What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Eddie Hearn came out today and said that they have triggered the rematch with Andy Ruiz Jr. against Anthony Joshua. I think Eddie Hearn is forcing Anthony Joshua into this rematch, man. I think Anthony Joshua, the way he got dominated in this fight, it will probably be best for him to take a interim fight before this fight, kind of work on some things, work on his jab, work on his defense, work on his fighting at long range, using his height. He needs some things to work on, man. I think he gave away too many things in the fight against Andy Ruiz, man. First of all, he gave away his height. His jab was very lazy. Actually, he started basically for the first 5.5 rounds. His jab was real lazy. He kind of started shooting it out there a little bit better toward the end of the 6th round. In the beginning of the 7th round, his jab was pretty. It was probably one of his best jabs of the fight. But the problem was the hand speed. The hand speed of Andy Ruiz was like night and day, man. He just got faster hands than Anthony Joshua. And that's really going to be a problem in the rematch. His hand speed. He's just a way faster fighter. He's a more sharper and more accurate puncher, too. That's going to be a problem for Anthony Joshua. So his only chance is to is to improve his jab, man. I think he needs to take an interim fight, man, basically to work on that jab and work on fighting taller, man. Use his height and use his jab, man. Kind of take a page out to Muhammad Ali. When Muhammad Ali fought Leon Spinks, one of the reasons why he lost that fight was because Leon had faster hands, man. Leon was more aggressive and just was faster hands. His punches. He got to his punches. He connected to his punches faster than what Ali was able to connect his punches with Leon Spinks. The hand speed at that age of at that point of Muhammad Ali's career was at a big advantage for Leon Spinks. And what Ali did in a rematch was he was able to use his jab and get his punches off. And as soon as Leon Spinks tried to respond, he would grab him and hold him. Hit, hold. He throw his combination. 1-2 hold. 1-2 hold. Throw the jab, hold. Throw the jab, hold. Throw the jab and throw the left hand, hold. You know what I'm saying? Throw the left jab, throw the overhand right, hold. That's what he was able to do. He was able to get his punches off and hold and stymie the younger, more aggressive, faster hands fighter in Leon Spinks. I think that's what Anthony Joshua got to do. Even though Anthony Joshua is, at this point in his career, he was 29. Ali was 36 when he fought Leon Spinks in a rematch. And I think Leon was probably around 24, 25 years. It was probably like a 12-year gap. And Ali knew that he couldn't prevail if it came down to a hand speed fight. Who had the faster hands? Who could get their punches out faster? And Ali came up with a great game plan to basically land his punches, and when Leon tried to respond, stymie, hold him, and hold him until the referee broke him out, and then he's go back into that same pattern, throwing the jab, hold, throwing the left jab, throw the right hand, and hold. And he was able to stymie and frustrate Leon in the rematch. He's able to win a unanimous decision, 15-round unanimous decision. And I think that's really Anthony Joshua's only hope. He's going to have to learn how to throw that jab. I think he needs an interim fight, but the way Eddie Hearn is doing things now, he's triggered the rematch, so he's going to push him out there, and he's going to either sink or swim. And he's going to have to work on that jab, man. He's going to have to work on that jab and work on that right hand. And as soon as Andy Ruiz tries to respond and try to counter him, he's going to have to grab him, hold him. And that's one thing he didn't do at all either. He didn't know whether to grab or to hold, man. He's got to grab the guy and pull him down. Make the referee warn you. If the referee warn you about grabbing and stuff like that, take some points, so be it, man. Because the man, that's your only chance to win, man. Your only chance to win is to use your jab and throw your right hand and then smother his punches when he try to respond to you. Grab, hold on to him, lean on him, use your weight, pull his head down, do what you got to do to stymie his counter punching ability. Because like I said, he's the faster puncher. So it is what it is, man. Eddie Hearn is pushing him out there. Matchroom is looking to stage that fight in the UK. What I would like to know in the contract, I know the contract is immediate rematch if they trigger that, but I wonder if it's in the contract that the rematch has to take place in the UK, or is it stated in the contract that the rematch will take place in the UK? Because I heard Eddie say that actually before the fight, if Andy Ruiz won, they would fight again. They had a rematch clause, and it would probably be in the UK. So You know, I wonder if that's in the contract that the rematch have to take place in the UK. You know, Andy Ruiz came out today and said that he's the boss and he's calling the shots now. So I don't know if that means he's not crazy about going to the UK, or okay, I go to UK, but you got to show me the money. In a great movie that was once made back in the day, show me the money. That's what basically Andy Ruiz probably gonna tell him. Show me the money. I don't know if he means show me the money. You know, I go to UK, but if you don't show me the money, I'm not going to UK. Or if the contract states that the fight has to take place in the UK, I don't know what that all means. But Andy Ruiz said he's the boss and he's calling the shots. So I don't know if he want that fight to take place in LA, preferably on the West Coast. You know, LA or Vegas, or if he doesn't have no choice in the matter. He's gonna have to give him a rematch, and he's gonna have to go to UK and fight again. But it doesn't matter where the fight takes place because the hand speed is the key. And you know, Ruiz is just to me, just he showed it in this fight. He's just a better fighter, man. Better fighter, got better balance, better footwork. He did a good job of having his left foot inside Joshua's left foot, and he was able to get inside of AJ punches and land his punches. He was able to respond to when AJ did throw punches. And he had it to the point where AJ didn't even really want to throw no punches because AJ was so worried about his countering him that he had AJ out there just out there, you know, moving around the ring, not doing nothing at times in that fight. So he pretty much stymied Anthony Joshua's offense and with his hand speed and his counter punching ability, man. So AJ's gonna have to come with a better game plan, man. I think he needs to change trainers. I think I said this in my last stream that you know, he should be looking at Ronnie Shields, Robert Garcia, or Floyd Mayweather Sr. You know, I throw another trainer in there. Buddy McGirt would be a good guy to look at, man. He needs to come down here and try to hire one of these U.S. trainers, one of these renowned U.S. trainers that can teach him, you know, how to use his height and use his jab, man. That's his only chance. His jab and his height is his only chance in this fight, because all the boxing ability, boxing IQ, hand speed, and all that's going to Ruiz. Only thing you got is a jab, your height. If you don't even want to use your jab, but you got the longer reach, so that's the only advantage you got: the jab and your height. And you fighting in your home country, probably in a rematch. That's the only thing you got going for you. But that's not gonna be enough, you know, for me, man. I don't think it's gonna be enough, man. You're just gonna have to come with a better game plan than you did in the first fight, man. Like I said, I think the jab is really the key. You know, you've got to straighten that jab out. You got to use that jab actually like you used in the 6th and the 7th round. That was Anthony Joshua's best jabs he used in the whole fight. But by that time, he had took a lot of punishment, and his punch resistance was at a real low point. So he couldn't. Anytime Ruiz landed, he had him in bad shape and bad trouble when it got down to that point in the 6th and 7th round. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see how it plays out, man. But you know, he's got to get a new trainer, in my opinion, and I think he needs another fight, actually, in my opinion, man. But it looks like the fight's gonna take place in November or December. We'll see how that takes place, man. But Andy Ruiz, man, he shows people, man. People had a bad rap about Andy Ruiz, man. His only problem was he didn't let his hands go enough. You know, he had kind of like that Adrian Broner problem. Didn't let his hands go enough. But he seemed like he solved that problem, man. He was very aggressive in that fight, and he was able to go to the body. Man, that's another thing that was very prevalent in the fight, man. Andy Ruiz did a good job of shooting that jab to the body, man. He shot that jab. He kept doubling up on the jab to the body. And in the round before he knocked out Joshua, in that 6th round, he hit Joshua with a crippling body blow that really hurt Joshua. Luckily, when he landed that blow, that was toward the end of the 6th round, so AJ didn't have enough time to, you know, Ruiz didn't have enough time to really, take advantage of that hard body shot, man. So that round ended just in time for AJ to get back to his corner and kind of, you know, recuperate from that body blow. But he was still in trouble. As you seen in the 7th round, he ended up getting stopped. So it was just, you know, another thing, man. When you look at that last knockdown in the 7th round, Ruiz didn't really hit him with nothing. It was just the knockdown early in the 7th round when AJ shot that jab out, one of his best jabs, and Ruiz was able to counter him and unload on him, and he dropped him. I think when AJ got up, he got up, and then he threw one more punch after he got up. And since he threw that left hook, he actually landed on Ruiz. Ruiz was going to respond, and with, you know, in kind, as he was doing in the third round when he got caught with that left hook. He responded and ended up dropping AJ. He was going to do the same thing, and it's like AJ already knew. He said, I'm going to throw this last left hook, and if I can't get this guy out of here with this last hook, he threw it, and then when Ruiz responded, he just crumbled, man. I didn't even think it was a significant punch that Ruiz landed on the final knockdown. He just threw it kind of like a raising up, and Andy just crumbled. I was like, man, I can't do nothing. Every time I hit this guy with this left hook, man, he just responds and starts hitting me with all kind of combinations. I just can't compete with his speed. So even in the last knockdown, when he really didn't land nothing significant, he just crumbled, man. It was like you remember Rocky 3 in the first fight with Clubber Lane. You know, Rocky took a severe beating in that first round, and then that second round he came out and he threw that first punch. He's like, all right, I'm gonna throw this punch at Clubber Lane. If I can't get him out of here, this is over. And he threw that left hook, and that was the only punch he landed in that second round. And Clubber Lane went to work on him, man, hitting him with roundhouse, you know, sledgehammer type of right hands and left hands, and end up knocking Rocky Balboa out in the first fight. That was the same thing. That's what reminded me of that 7th round. AJ and Andy Ruiz didn't go nowhere, and he kind of was ready to respond, and he landed some grazing punches, but nothing to me that was really as hard as the other punches that he landed in the other 3 knockdowns. And AJ just crumbled, man. He's like, man, I can't deal with this, man. This guy's just too much hand speed. You know, his combinations that he's getting off on me, and the punches that I am landing on him are not having no effect, man. I'm just gonna give it up right here. And that's basically what he did. He got up, you know, and then he just basically turned his back to the referee, didn't respond to nothing the referee said. The referee asked him, did he want to continue? He said, yeah, but he said it in a non-convincing voice. And I think the referee told him to come forward, and he didn't come forward. He just kind of had both his hands resting on the ropes. I guess he was, you know, he probably didn't have his legs at that point. And then the referee stopped it, and then he went into camouflage mode and like, oh, what happened? What you doing? Why you stopping it? I'm okay. Nah, man, you turn your back. The referee, you walk away from the referee. Referee trying to give you commands. You turn your back on the referee. You're looking at your corner. You asking, you ready to fight? And you saying yeah, but you saying a very low voice. You know, you're not saying it with no authority, no bass in your voice, like you really want to continue. And he's telling you to. You know, he's telling you to come to him, come to me. That's first of all. You can't just keep your hands on both hands on the ropes, man. You got to come to the referee with your hands up, man, towards your face, and let the referee know you're ready to fight, man. You didn't do that, so you will finish at that point, and you know you do. I'm not mad at AJ because a lot of fighters do that when they want out of fight. You know, and the referee knows they want out of the fight, and the referee wave it out. They'll say, hey, why you stopping? They had their hands up, looking around, looking at their corner like, why you stopping? But you didn't let the referee know that you was really willing, really ready to continue fighting, and that's what AJ did. He did not give the referee any sign that he wanted to continue in that fight, and the referee did the right thing in stopping that fight. So that is what it is. So, man, so look forward to a rematch, man. November, December, probably in the UK. Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz Jr., man. I can't wait, man. That's going to be one of the most anticipated fights of 2019, man. We'll see what happens, man. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.